You won't believe what just happened to Bahati. Tears, drama, and a comment section explosion that no one saw coming. Just hours after announcing his first 2026 single, #Matamu, and clearly stating it has nothing to do with DNA drama or Diana, Bahati was left heartbroken after Khaligraph Jones publicly dismissed him in the comment section and the internet went wild. But that is not all. Wait until you hear what Bahati fired back with. Was this just banter or the start of a brand new beef in 2026? After posting new song inaitwa Matamu na haihusu DNA wala mama so tulieni, Bahati thought that he was calming the noise. Instead, boom, Khaligraph Jones allegedly clapped back, saying watu sai wanafuata beef and that Bahati would only listen to his song with his people in his office, Apo EMB. Savage, but Bahati did not stay silent. He came in guns blazing, questioning if Khaligraph Jones is afraid of competition, even dragging up his old beef with Willy. The shocking truth behind the sudden clash is this strategic clout or real industry tension boiling over? And here is the twist that nobody expected. Bahati confirmed the song still drops at 10 AM sharp. No delays, no fear, no backing down. But what happens next might change everything for both of them, because insiders are already whispering about a possible diss track response next week. So stay tuned. This might be the most explosive Kenyan music showdown of 2026. First, Bahati alisema hivi. New song inaitwa #Matamu na haihusu DNA wala mama so tulieni. Then on this other side, Khaligraph replied like this. Sai watu wanafuatilia beef brade, hii utasikia peke yako na watu wa ofisi hapo EMB, labda ngoja next week. Then Bahati finishes Khaligraph Jones off with a message that says, sikujua at Khaligraph Jones ni msanii mwoga hivyo, kwani kuna beef ishaikuwa mocheche kama ya Bahati na Willy. Kumbe ndio maana wasanii hawatoi mangoma, wanaogopa kuoshwa. Kesho at 10 PM. Now picture this, it is January of 2026. The new year has barely started. Bahati, one of Kenya's most talked about artists, is sitting somewhere, phone in hand, genuinely excited about something. He has been working on a new music, fresh material, a brand new single, the first one of 2026. And he's not thinking about controversy, he's not thinking about drama, he's thinking about his art, his craft, the thing that made him famous in the first place. So he goes to Instagram and types the announcement, simple, direct and very honest. And he even adds a disclaimer because he knows that people are going to twist it. He writes, and I quote, new song inaitwa #Matamu na haihusu DNA wala mama so tulieni, with laughing emoji. He's literally telling people to calm down. This is not about the DNA test drama, and this is not about Diana Bahati. This is just music, pure music. Now, Khaligraph did not scroll past this post. He did not ignore it. He did not even leave a supportive comment. No, what he did was dismissive, painfully dismissive. He wrote, and let me read exactly as it is. Sai watu wanafuatilia beef brade, hii utasikia peke yako na watu wa ofisi hapo EMB, ngoja next week, and let that sink in for a moment. Now this is where the story takes a sharp turn, because the Bahati that people love to underestimate, the Bahati that people think is soft, the Bahati that some say is all about drama and not about buzz, that Bahati, he did not sit down and cry. He was hurt, but we will get to that. But first, he fired back, and what he said in response, it did not match Khaligraph's energy. It raised the stakes to a level that nobody expected. But that is not all. Wait until you see what happened next, because the ripple effects of this exchange are still being felt right now as you watch this video. The implications go far beyond just two artists trading words. This could reshape the entire landscape of the Kenyan rivalries in 2026. So Bahati sees the comment, he reads it, he processes it, and instead of letting it slide, instead of being the bigger person, instead of turning the other cheek like some people expected him to, he came in guns blazing, absolutely blazing. His response was sharp, pointed, and honestly, it was brilliant in its own way. He wrote, "Sikujua Khaligraph ni mwoga hivyo, kwani kuna beef ishawahi kuwa mwecheche kama ya Bahati na Pose. Kumbe ndiyo maana wasanii hawatoi mangoma, wanaogopwa kuoshwa." He confirmed, has there ever been a beef as loud as talked about as Bahati versus Pose? And he is referencing his well-documented rivalry with Pose. And he is right. The Bahati versus Willy Pose saga was one of the most watched, most discussed, and most viral music rivalries in the Kenyan entertainment industry. It drove views, it drove conversation, it dominated headlines for months. It was messy, it was personal, and it was absolutely electric. By bringing these up, Bahati is saying, I have been in the trenches, I have done this before, I know what real beef looks like because I have lived it. Do you? And then the final blow, the knockout punch. He says this is why artists are not releasing music. They are afraid of being defeated, being embarrassed, and being outperformed, being shown up. He is telling Khaligraph Jones that the reason he is trying to dismiss Matamu before it even drops is because deep down, Khaligraph is afraid that Bahati might actually deliver something fire, afraid that the song might work, and afraid that in 2026, Bahati could be the one setting the pace while others watch from the sidelines. But here is the part of this story that nobody is talking about. Behind the bold words, behind the clapbacks, behind the confident announcement about Matamu, there is a man who is hurting. And I say this not to be dramatic, but because the evidence is right there, if you know where to look. Think about what Bahati has been through in recent months. The DNA test drama that consumed public conversation, the scrutiny over his personal life, the questions about Diana Bahati, the constant noise, the constant judgment, the constant microscope that he lives under every single day. When he posted that announcement, he deliberately told people that this song is not about any of that. He begged them to separate the art from the chaos. To Lieni, he was practically pleading with the public to just let him be an artist for at least 5 minutes, to just let him release a song without becoming a national scandal. And what happened? The first very high-profile response he got was not encouragement. It was not curiosity about the music. It was Khaligraph Jones telling him nobody cares. And that is heartbreaking, regardless of where you stand on Bahati as an artist, regardless of whether you like his music or not. You have to acknowledge the human element here. This is a man who tried to redirect the narrative toward his craft, and he was publicly slapped down for it. The tears might not have been visible on camera, but the disappointment, the feeling of being shamed in your own space, on your own platform, in front of your own audience, that leaves marks, and those marks do not heal quickly. The moment Khaligraph Jones dropped that comment and Bahati fired back, social media went absolutely berserk. Twitter, or X as it is now called, was flooded with reactions. Team Bahati versus Team Khaligraph Jones. Threads dominated every timeline. Some fans sided with Khaligraph, arguing that his assessment was honest and that Bahati's timing with Matamu was indeed tone deaf, given that the public was focused on other entertainment narratives. Others rallied behind Bahati, praising him for standing his ground, for not backing down, and for having the courage to drop music on his own terms, regardless of what any other artists think. Some of the reactions were brutal. People were posting memes comparing the exchange to David versus Goliath. Others were calling it a publicity stunt by both sides, suggesting that the entire back and forth was choreographed to drive engagement. Entertainment blogs and news outlets picked up the story within hours. Headline after headline read things like, Bahati claps back at Khaligraph Jones, singer Bahati questions whether Khaligraph is afraid of competition. Khaligraph dismissed Bahati's new single, sparking 2026 beef rumors, and the engagement was off the charts. Both artists saw spikes in followers, profile visits, and mentions. So now, let us talk about the song at the center of all this drama, Matamu. Bahati has confirmed that it will drop at 10 a.m. and despite everything that happened in the comment section, he did not budge, he did not delay the release, he did not change his plans, he stuck to his schedule, which in itself is a statement. The title Matamu translates to sweet in English, and the fact that Bahati felt the need to clarify that it has nothing to do with the DNA drama or Diana Bahati tells us something more important. It tells us that Bahati is trying to pivot. He's trying to remind people that before all the headlines, before all the controversy, before all the personal drama that has played out publicly, he is a musician, a hit maker, someone who has given Kenya some of its most memorable songs. So where does this go from here? That is the million-shilling question. Khaligraph told Bahati to wait until next week. So what does that mean? Is Khaligraph planning his own release? Is he preparing a response track? Is this the opening round of something much bigger? And Bahati, will Matamu deliver? Will the song speak louder than the comment section drama? Will he follow it up with more music, or will the controversy consume the narrative again? Here is what I know for certain. The Kenyan music industry is watching. Artists are watching. Producers are watching. Fans are choosing sides as we speak, and 2026 might just give us the rivalry we have been waiting for. If you want to stay updated on every twist and turn of this story, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button right now, turn on the notification bell, because trust me, the next chapter of this story is coming sooner than you think and you do not want to miss it. Drop a comment below and tell me, who do you think won this round, Bahati or Khaligraph Jones? I will be reading every single one. Until next time, stay tuned.